Hello, hi, welcome back. It has been a hot minute since I have last posted. Today I'm going to be making a little scrapbook for my baby. Yes, I'm pregnant, and here we have Gummy Goo joining us today. The materials I'm going to be using are fabrics from Michaels and Hobby Lobby. This one specifically is from Hobby Lobby, and then the rest are from Michaels. Glue gun, accessories, all that jazz, all that good stuff, ribbons, pearls. I'm having a girl. We found out when I was around 14 weeks pregnant, I believe, which is roughly around the same time that this video was made. So literally right after we found out the gender, I was like, yes, okay, we gotta start making this immediately. And I was on top of it, and I really like the end result. The only thing that I wish I would have done was looked at the print of how it was facing, and you'll see what I mean by the end. I'll point it out. But it's such a small detail that a lot of people don't notice it at all until I point it out to them, and they're like, oh yeah, it is flipped. This print specifically, how it's supposed to be facing upwards, I accidentally, in the midst of me showing my boyfriend like my progress to the scrapbook, I guess I had flipped it at some point and I didn't realize that it was flipped. But anyways, I am very excited. At the time of this voice recording, I am 25 weeks, almost 26 weeks pregnant. That is crazy to me because the first trimester was so exhausting and extremely tiring. Like, those are the same things, but like exhausting as in mentally and physically. Tiring as in I was just tired. But there was a lot of things going on at the time, and this is my first pregnancy, and it's going to be my last. I don't want any more kids. And if I do, I will most likely 100% adopt, because I do not want to go through this again. I love my baby, but oh my goodness, this has been so hard, so difficult. I didn't think that pregnancy would be this hard or tiring on the body. I mean, I knew that it was going to be hard, you know? You don't fully understand how tiring it is until you're living in it. And the first trimester was filled with just sadness, fear, anger, regret, like being ashamed of my body, of how it was changing, and just a whole lot of negative emotions. And that's not to say that I wasn't grateful for my baby, because I was. Every time I would feel those bad like those negative feelings, and I would think those bad thoughts, I would try to imagine my baby already here with me, and her smiling and being just next to me in my car or wherever, and I would be happy again and realize that this is who I'm doing it for. And I'm so excited to meet my baby, but then at the same time, I really don't want to share her with the world, because the world can be so awful. But I don't want this to be so negative. But it was definitely a process. I am 22 years old, and immediately when I found out, I had told my boyfriend, and it was December 5th or 8th that I think I had found out. I wrote it in my journal, so I'm trying to remember the date of when I wrote it. But it was around that time, and we had immediately made an appointment with Planned Parenthood, to set up an abortion. And it was the next day. We had driven over to where it was, and that was about 30 minutes away. I get a call before the actual appointment, and the lady's like, yeah, your insurance looks fine. Everything looks good. We can get you set up whenever you come in at your scheduled appointment time. I was just making sure that you were coming in, and I was like, great, awesome. Go there, and we get there, and they're like, yeah, we don't take your insurance. And I was like, okay, do I still have Medi-Cal? And they're like, we're not seeing it pop up in our system, so you're gonna have to go to your actual doctor's office and make an appointment there. And I was like, all right, so I drove here for nothing. That's extremely whack. Get in the car, call my doctor's office, and they're like, yeah, so your insurance isn't active, and it won't be active until next year in January of around this time. Two different people gave me 2 different days, so I was like, okay, so I'll still be roughly around like 7-10 weeks by the time it's even active, which is still applicable. Is that the word? You're still able to get an abortion via pill until you hit 14 weeks, so I was still fine. But by the time my insurance had already installed itself, I don't know, came back, I was already attached. I was already thinking about the possibilities of my life with my new baby. And it's such a, looking back on it, it's so crazy how that was just like a few months ago. But then at the same time, around the time when we had learned that my insurance had come back, I was also having miscarriage scares. So even though I was already thinking we can keep the baby, it was like, okay, well, my body might not even keep the baby. It's probably not even my choice at this point. And thankfully, I obviously didn't have a miscarriage. My baby is healthy, and I hope she stays healthy. But that is one of the worst feelings I have ever felt in my entire life. Holy cow. It's one thing you have a miscarriage and you didn't want the baby in the first place. It's like a kind of like a relief. You don't have to, go through the process of aborting it. But it's another thing that you want the baby and you can't have it. In both ends, yeah, it's still sad that the baby dies, but when you want the baby and you finally decide, this is something that I can do with my partner or just by myself, it's so disheartening because you genuinely feel like it is all your fault because it's your body that's, producing the baby, But I had my partner with me tell me that it wasn't my fault. It's just what happens, And it is. It's not the mother's fault ever that the miscarriage happens. It just happens, unfortunately. But thankfully, in my case, it was just a lot of bleeding. It was period blood level bleeding, TMI. But, it was so scary. I don't like thinking about it. It makes me sad and brings back bad emotions, but that roller coaster is over, thankfully. My goodness. My heart does go out to all the mothers who unfortunately have experienced a miscarriage. I understand how sad it can be, and I hope all of you or all of them are doing extremely well now and live a happy life. Besides that extremely sad experience. Thankfully, in my second trimester, I'm doing a lot better, emotionally and physically. In my first trimester, I was so sick, tired. I was really struggling with my body image, which is something that it's like a given. Your body's gonna change. Like, your boobs are gonna get bigger, your belly's gonna get bigger, other things might get like smaller, this and that. But I was not ready mentally at all to see my stomach go from flat to chubby and then to like super round. And that's like, I can make a whole video on that by itself because of my past eating disorders. But I am completely content with my body now. I'm just growing this little bun in my oven, and she's growing pretty good, thankfully. I am ready to have my body back though. I don't want her to stay in my belly for longer than she has to. I love her. She's my sweet angel, but I want my body back. I would like to sleep on my stomach again and not feel pain because I'm crushing the baby and crushing my organs, or just sleep on my back for at least 5 minutes, because some women can sleep on their back. Like, they turn on their side. They turn on their side when they initially go to sleep, and they wake up like on their back. I don't know how women do it, because I get out of breath so quickly, and when I'm on my back for more than 5 minutes, I feel like I'm dying. I feel like I can't breathe because she's squishing like all of my stuff. So I would love to sleep normally for once, but besides that, the second trimester it's been a breeze. It's coming to an end. My last week of the second trimester is the 27th? The 27th week of pregnancy, I'm pretty sure. And that's coming up next week, the end of May, and then I'll officially be in my third. And I can already kind of feel the symptoms coming back of being super tired, out of breath, nauseous again. I've been getting dizzy and very weak when I go out because it's so hot where I live in the summer. But all I need to do is eat some good food or whatever, and I'll be fine. I think, yeah, this is the point in the video where I had flipped the scrapbook and it is now upside down of the print, but it still looks cute, right guys? But yeah, pregnancy is such a wild experience. I'm so happy that I have been able to experience it, and I've been able to experience it in a good light for the majority of it. My partner has been extremely supportive. He gets me food, he loves me, he does all these things for me. We are in the process of moving out, which is so stressful. Oh my goodness. There's so many things that need to be bought, so many things that need to be cleaned. All the baby preparation I still have to do, but I'm so excited at the same time for such a big change. My family has been really supportive. My sister is actually pregnant too, which is crazy. I had learned that, I think, when I was 20 weeks pregnant, so 5 weeks ago, about a month. And we don't know the gender of her baby yet, but it's kind of wild that my sister's pregnant at the same time I am. My mom is gonna have a field day with babies. She absolutely adores babies, and I know she's going to be the sweetest grandmother to my baby and her baby, but at the same time, I know that I'm gonna be like button heads with her, that she can't have sweets all the time, but grandma's gonna say yes, she can have sweets whenever she wants. But I'm excited. It's also been such a lonely experience at the same time, which I can also make a whole separate video about. But it's just, there are certain things that even though you may have like other pregnant mom friends, they still have their own lives, all that stuff. It still can be such a lonely experience when you do get in your feels, or you feel pain that just other people can't feel because they're not bearing a child. I really had no idea what I was getting into when I first found out I was pregnant. I was so excited. and so scared and so nervous. And now I feel like I have a bit of a handle on it now. But it definitely still can be lonely, even with my partner being with me all the time, because he just won't be able to understand the pain or tiredness I feel some days, but he's obviously gonna be there to support me. All the pregnant mamas out there, because I have never seen so many pregnant women in my life than the past year and this year. Like, there is seriously a baby boom happening within like 2025 and 2026. There's so many babies happening, and hospitals are feeling it. Everyone's seeing it. Like, you can't go to a store without seeing a mom with their like newborn child, or a mom that's pregnant. It's crazy. This is like the only trend I've participated in my whole life, and I don't think it's a good one. With the state of how our world is in right now, it's honestly crazy. And that's another thing that I think about a lot, that why am I having a baby in such a shitty point in time? And then at the same time, like, there have always been babies being made in the shittiest point in time. Like, there has been no good period, really, besides maybe 2014, maybe 2012. But besides that, it's just, the world is just always finding different problems. But regardless of the state of the world, even with the new virus coming along, I really do hope I'm able to provide a good, happy life emotionally, financially, physically, and a healthy one at that, because of all the stuff going on. And if my daughter watches this video at some point, when I let her have internet access, that won't be for a while, because Lord knows the internet is crazy for a baby and for a child. I want you to know, Marceline, I love you. You have been my world since I met you. Your father and I think about you every single day and night. I am so excited to meet you. I'm so excited to see you grow as a person, see what you want to do, support you, love you, teach you, guide you. Oh, I'm so excited to meet you in a few months. It's gonna be honestly crazy how much we're gonna grow together. And I just want you to know how much I love you, and how much your father loves you, how much your family loves you. Both sides of the family are so excited to see your face and get to know you. We love you. I just want you to know how much we love you. And yeah, that's where I've been the past few months. I came back pregnant. That's crazy. Oh, but I have another video coming out. I just have to edit it and do a couple other things. I probably will not be making another video for a while after that, because gotta prep for the baby. Might make a small video about the baby shower. It is gonna be Adventure Time themed. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the little craft. I'm happy with how it turned out. And if anything, I could honestly just take off the little accessories and then flip it around so it is the correct way up, because that does bother me a little bit. But yeah, that's about it. If you are also pregnant, congratulations. I'm super happy for you. I wish you a happy, healthy pregnancy. And I hope that you get all the support that you need, all the support that you want, all this good jazz, all this good baby dust, yada yada yada. Thank you so much for watching my video. But I think that's about it.